While there's a lull in major tournament coverage, let's go back to Mission Hills for an event that took place in April of 2022. The MacRob team, which is well known to everybody and is listed here, needed a warm-up. So some cannon fodder was recruited, and they took the opportunity to get some up-and-coming players some experience. The veterans were Paul Bennett, Stuart Lawrence, and Mike Albert, and the new guys were Kyle Maloof, Paul Newbecker, and Blake Fields, all of whom will be on one of these teams sooner or later. You'll be happy to know that the MacRob team won the test 18-1. The games I'm going to show are textbook examples of how triple peeling works. Zach playing black just made hoop 2 off of blue. I assume the way they got here is the way they usually do. Blue was a super shot laid by Matthew. Red probably went to corner 2. Zach hit in with black, and then in rolling both balls out to get to blue to make hoop 1, left red where it is now. He must have gotten a good rush out of 1 to make 2 off the super shot as well. So now he's in a 3-ball break in third turn. This is, of course, Zach Watson and Matthew Essick against Paul Bennett and Stuart Lawrence. And you won't see much of them, I'm afraid. I sometimes wonder if in running this third turn 3-ball break, one should do anything different to try to keep balls away from the balk line in case you break down. But I think they're more interested in just playing their game and not changing anything. It does, of course, make sense, though, to keep your pioneers inside the rectangle in this situation. First time I ever saw anybody do this was watching a video of Reg Bamford against Pete Trimmer in the World Championships at Hurlingham, and I thought, what are these guys doing? Is nobody watching? They're cheating like crazy. I didn't even know AC existed at that point. I'd been playing American rules about 3 months. A little research revealed the AC game and its different rules, and it took me 5 more watchings of that video to realize that what Bamford was doing was running a sextuple peel. He could have just taken off from red here, a little thick maybe, leaving red inside the rectangle. Would have made placing the two-back Pioneer and getting to red easier. And speaking of Pioneers, his hoop 4 Pioneer wasn't great, and the hoop 6 Pioneer is significantly out of place, but he's good enough to make it work. He'll do well to play with a little bit more control in the MacRob, where the pressure will be intense. And now he's having to do this because red is too deep for him to both place the Pioneer at two back and get to red in the single croquet shot. And now for the leave. He's nicely got blue at two back, so he's not stuck with the partner Pioneer at three back. From here, he could do a dream leave, which is essentially a diagonal spread without the peg ball. At this stage, Matthew was fond of three ducks, which is what they're going to do. There's no suspense here. I'm showing this because it's an elegant demonstration of how to do all this.
Where the rush is, and red's definitely going to be the ball that plays.
He's going to draw blue off mid-court there somewhere where he can pick it up when he comes back after he makes three back. What he would like out of three back is a rush on red toward blue. Stop shot red over between two and the boundary and get a nice rush on blue. The standard way to do this would be to put blue between red and the boundary and then put black in lawn from red. That way, whichever shot yellow misses, blue can roquet red, put it in nice Pioneer position at two, and make hoop one off of partner, which one is safer and two lets you get the triple going. by sending the peelee to 4 back after you make hoop 1. I think Matthew's concerned that he doesn't want to give yellow too short a shot from A bog. He would have preferred red to be about where he was standing there. So they're going to, in order to lengthen that A bog shot for yellow, they're going to put both partner balls between the boundary and red. So there you have it, a nice 3 ducks leave in the 3rd turn. I think Matthew's leaning more toward the dream leave these days, because at the MacRob he did this a few times and they got hit way too frequently to be effective. If yellow shoots from A bog and misses, it's trivial for black to pick it up and get a 4-ball break going immediately. If he misses from B bog, then at least black has to dig yellow out of the corner. And it lengthens the shot marginally to move over toward the end of A bog like that, but it puts yellow in the corner if he misses, which makes it harder to pick up.
It's a nice leave. Nope. That's where Matthew asked him to put it.
That's Mike Albert, who you'll hear commenting occasionally. This is Paul Neubecker's camera, but Mike volunteered to man it to get this game on video. You could even consider putting that Pioneer even more to the west and north to make getting to it after you pick up yellow easier.
If you miss that yellow, you don't leave it double?
And this is why players make a great effort to make hoop 1 off partner. This is nerve-wracking. For most of us, anyway. This is a hard shot. But the effort, of course, is to get the triple peel going on time, which means do the 4-back peel as a back peel after you make hoop 3. And of course, forever fearless at 4 yards. And now he already has a hoop 3 Pioneer. So he's going to use yellow after hoop 2, and that will allow him to put the peelee in better position to get it over to 4 back.
Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, very nice. Rush that red.
I'm actually glad he didn't make that peel, because now you get to see how number 5 in the world turns the delayed into an on-time triple. And of course, it's fun to initially jaws all your peels that way, because the rush peels are very effective, especially at Penalt. The standard approach here, of course, is to put yellow on the east side of hoop 4 for the rush back to 2 back, but in this situation, I think Wiley would suggest that he put yellow on the west side of the hoop for the sake of control, because the rush back to 2 back from that side is just as effective. Most of the top players do a takeoff back to hoop 5 from here. I've seen Sharif do a big pass roll and do a pretty good job of it, but determining where black ends up in that situation is difficult, so they do it this way instead.
Bad luck. You can take off this biggest issue. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Jeff Sue and Stuart Lawrence may quibble with my interpretation of what Matthew's about to do, but this looks to me like his take on Wiley's method at the Penalt peel for getting a delayed triple back on time. The essence of that method is to put an escape ball at Penalt that you can use as the pioneer for 1 back. Wiley would put red down by the north boundary, put yellow in escape ball position at Penalt. Matthew's going to put red in escape ball position at Penalt and do the same thing. Placing that escape ball from so far away is a little dicey. So I don't know if he was doing this entirely on purpose or he just adjusted on the fly because of where red ended up. So black goes hopefully into peeling position. He'll make Penalt off yellow, and then he'll use yellow as the 2 back pioneer instead of red, which is what Wiley describes in his book, which of course you can read in its entirety on the Oxford website. He'll rush yellow closer to the north boundary to give him room to put yellow in pioneer position at 2 back and still get to black and attempt the peel.
Giving himself a little more space for that stuff.
And bingo, the triple appeal is back on time. Kind of like the opening of Round Midnight by Thelonious Monk. You know he's going to get there, but you have to watch it a few times to figure out how. This is going to come up again in the next game, too. When you see Ben do the same thing, Danny Honeycutt tells us to rush to the approach line. But you need to rush to the point that gives you room to do your stop shot. He put black exactly where he wanted to. Because black's not going to 3-back, black's going to rover. Drive shots, rushes, and stop shots. There is no hit and hope at this level. Control is critical. I'm not a big fan of those posters of Yoda saying there is no try, there is only do or do not. But when Matthew's playing Reg Bamford, it rings pretty true. A standard triple peel is a back peel at 4-back, a back peel at Pinot, and a straight peel at rover. If you get lucky, though, you can get a transit peel at rover on your way to 3-back. This would work better if the 3-back Pioneer were deeper, further south. Obviously, he
Nice
made
shot.
3-back off red and then rushed red back south again.
Does he try this after 4-back?
And I'm curious how many
He just does it as a straight.
top players
he's
would
gonna
bother
adjust-
with black
Go
now.
adjust it, yeah,
Black now.
and then take off.
I guess it's useful, but it's so close to the hoop, you wonder if he should have just left it there. There you have it, the twinkle in the eye of every super shot opening. A third turn 3-ball break to a 3 ducks or dream lead, followed by a fifth turn triple peel for the win, 26-0. And Matthew threw in a gorgeous conversion of a delayed to an on-time triple with his custom handling of the penult peel. Thanks to Paul Newbecker for his camera, to Mike Albert for running it, the USCA for sponsorship. Give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I have one more game from this series, and it is a beauty.